Hey guys, today's video is about Pat McGrath palettes, and last year and this year it was a little bit crazy. I have collected so many of them. So I have the Subversive, the Bronze Seduction, the Divine Rose, which I love, then some limited edition palettes over there. Not that one, that one is the Subliminal mini palette, but these two were limited edition. And then we have this one which is just launched. This is the Pat McGrath Divine Blush collection, where they have this Venus in Fleurs Luxe quad, and I just couldn't get over this packaging. It is so beautiful. I have even matched my nail paint to this. It's so beautiful, and the palette is really like simple and basic, but I really wanted to see how it compares with the other Pat McGrath palettes I have. So I picked it up, and that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to compare this palette with the other palettes and see if I really needed this. Okay, let's get started. Let's quickly get these palettes out of the way. I'll just quickly compare the smaller palettes I have first. So look at this in comparison with the smaller palettes I have. This is another quad which I have, and you can see the size difference. The current one is really nice and cute. It fits very nicely in the palm of my hand. Really like that about this. In this you get 4.9 grams of product, and in this one you get 6 grams of product in this one. So you get a little bit more product, but I really like the size of this. The packaging is really beautiful. Just take out this like this, and here is your quad. Really beautiful packaging, very luxe and very standard Pat McGrath packaging. These are all the shades which are in here. You can see it's quite a basic sort of a palette, but the shades are really beautiful. Then they work very well on the eyes. Love these 3 shades. This one is actually a duochrome. You can see in the mirror there, it's actually a gold, pink, rose gold kind of a duochrome, and it has a lot of sparkles. This one is also glittery, but not as glittery as this one. I will do separate videos where I'll show you looks, and probably on my Instagram. Today we are just doing the swatches. Okay, so these are the 2 quads. You can see the size is actually the same, just that the outer packaging is different. This one is more bulkier, so it looks bigger. So I really like the sleek packaging of this one. This one is the older quad which I have, which is called the Blitz Astral quad in ritualistic rose, and the colors in this one are very different from this one. So if you have this quad, you can definitely get this one. This one has more of pink, purples, bronze and gold, and this one has mauvey, taupey, rose gold, pink vibe to it. So colors in this one are totally different. I don't think there is anything much to compare here, but I really like the quality in this one. This one is a little bit too glittery. You have to work with glitter glue, whereas with this one also you will need glitter glue, but I find that these shades are a bit more smoother. Then I'll quickly show you this one as well. This is the Subliminal Bronze palette. This also doesn't really have any similarities. All the shades are very different. If you may think that this one and this one is similar, but actually they are quite different. This one is more pale, and this one is a little bit more silvery. This one has a little bit more taupe to it, so they're quite different. So yeah, these 2 palettes also, they don't have any similarity. Now let's go to the bigger palettes. This one is the Celestial Divinity palette, the holiday collection. Many of you might have this because this was very reasonably priced compared to Pat McGrath palettes. So these are all the shades which are in here. My palette is not fitting in the frame, and these are the shades compared. I have compared all the shades of this palette with this one, and there is hardly much similarities. Let me swatch the shadows of this one first on my arms. So here you can see first one, which is like a light champagne kind of a color. This one doesn't have much shimmer or glitter. Then we have this beautiful duochromatic, glittery, pinkish gold, rose gold, green, flippy kind of a shade. It's very beautiful. This one does have some fallout. It's pretty glittery, but it's very smooth. It's not chunky or anything like that. And to me it looks yellow from where I am sitting. To you it may be looking as purple pink. So that's how it is. It's a gold, pink, green, purple kind of a duochrome color. It's absolutely gorgeous. Then we have this matte, which is like a brownish, reddish pink kind of a color. It's very smooth. I love these kind of mattes. You saw how smoothly it swatched. I didn't even take too many times. That's the third color. Love it. And the last one is also some glittery shades, but that is more of a mauvey kind of a color. Light pinky, mauvey, bronzy vibe to it. Love this shade. So I basically love all of these three shades. This one I will use just for highlighting inner corner and eyebrow area, but these three I can definitely use. So I just love all the colors. Let me just show you the swatches with some flash as well. You can see the glitter and the sparkle. So beautiful, very pretty. And the duochrome, I think you can see in the mirror there, it's gold. So I was checking if this palette has those kind of similar colors, especially these glittery sparkly duochromatic shades. Those shades are actually not present in this palette. There is one shade which is this one, which may appear a little bit similar to this one. The texture is very similar, but the Celestial Divinity, you can see it has a gold to it, which is this one, and the newer palette has more silver. So they are not the same. And then you have this color right here, which is that pink gold duochromatic. I'll just swatch it somewhere here. This is kind of similar to what is here in this one, but this is more subtle. It has less gold, less green, less sparkle, less glitter. Okay, so if you want more glitter, more sparkle, more duochromaticness, this one has more of it. This one is a little bit more subtle, but the vibe is quite similar. I will also swatch this matte right here. So this matte is not similar to this, not much, maybe just a little bit. This is a tad bit deeper. This is that beautiful like everyday color which we can use, and this is much more smoother, very good quality matte. This is, you could see with the swatch also, this didn't swatch as smoothly too. Okay, so not much similarity from this palette. Next I'm going to take this palette, which is Subversive, which is one of my favorite Pat McGrath palettes, one of my most used Pat McGrath palettes. I love this palette so much. I was seeing if there is any similarity in both of these palettes. Actually no. You may feel that this one is a little bit similar to this one, but this is more golden, more yellow to it. And other than that, not much similarity. The mattes are also very different. And this duochromatic shade is also pink, purple and little bit of gold, not like this one. So I will just swatch this. So this was the Celestial Divinity, and I just swatched that one from Subversive. The Celestial Divinity one is more closer to this than the newer one. This has just a little bit more sparkle and more glimmer and more gold and more light green sort of a vibe. So they are not similar. On the eyes also they will look a little bit different. I always say that on the eyes they will not look different, but on the eyes also this one will look a little bit different. This is more vibrant, more brighter than these. Okay, and these ones have more pink to them. So that's Subversive palette. Next, of course, we will look at Bronze Seduction. This is also one of my staple palettes, and I love this palette also. In this one also you have these browns, and which is similar to this one, but this one has a little bit more like a reddish pink tinge to it. It's more of a mauvey brown than these. These are more true browns. Then one color which I feel like you may think there is similarity is this one and this one. So I'm going to swatch these two. I'm trying to find this this particular color in the palettes. So I've already swatched that. I forgot, I'll just swatch it again. Look how intense it can be. Oh my god. Okay, so this one has more of pink and little bit of green and little bit of silver. It's very different. This one is sort of like a mix of these two. So this one has a little bit of that bronze, bronzy reddish vibe to it as well. So yeah, it's a perfect description. This one is kind of similar to this two mixed together, little bit more subtle. I mean, these are definitely very unique so far from what I have from Pat McGrath. Here is a flash as well. I'll just throw some light. You can see how beautiful the glimmer is. Other than that, I don't think I found something which is similar in both these palettes. Maybe this one is a little bit closer to this one which we have. Quite close. But I don't think many people would care about this shade. But these two are pretty close in this one. Both of them are very, very wearable palettes. Only this one right here, I think, has a little bit more pink and mauve to it. And this one is more bronzy brown. Last, of course, this is the Divine Rose palette. This is one of my favorite Pat McGrath palettes, and I just got it pretty recently. I have this one in pink packaging as well. So this is how Divine Rose looks like. So both of these are like pink toned, pinky white palettes. But I couldn't really find a single shadow which is similar in these two palettes, which is great. You may feel like this one is similar to this, but it's actually not. This one is more bronzy kind of a color, and this one is more champagne-y, glittery shade, the newer palette. And this one is Divine Rose 2, very glittery and more golden. So they are not similar. This one is more like a topper kind of a shade. This one you can wear it on its own as well. This kind of a color I didn't find here. I didn't find this one too. The one matte which is in this palette has a lot more berry purple than this one. They're very different. They will look a little bit different on the eyes too. And this one I didn't find here. The duochromatic shade which is here has that pink and green flip. I think you can see in the mirror there. You can see it has a green flip. See, green, pink. This one is more of a like a coppery shade. Very different from what I have over here. I'll swatch this. Like a coppery shade. And this one you have already seen. Look at that sparkle. Oh my god. They're totally different. This one is like a true copper metallic gold kind of a shade. Totally different texture, different formula. And yeah, that's about it. This color which is right here as well, this has more pink to it. This one has more silver. So actually Divine Rose and this one, I didn't find any similarities. They're quite different. So you can get this palette if you have this palette. I will do a look with this palette and I'll show you guys how it is. But hopefully for now this comparison has been helpful and you got some idea of how this palette compares to the other Pat McGrath palettes. So yeah, that's it for now. I will see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye.